Yes, I'm back for more information on Riddler and Hugo Strange. You motherfuckers thought you could hide from me. You can't. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, you should have ran. Should have skipped town. Should have just left Gotham. I don't know. Yeah, those who got away early, keep running. Keep fucking running. So, now yeah, just gonna jump right into it. So yeah, honestly, we're going to be talking about Paradise Lost. And if you don't know or don't remember, Paradise Lost is the upcoming DC series in the newly formed DCU coming from James Gunn and Peter Safran, who are co CEOs of DC Studios. So now all that is out of the way. James Gunn described Paradise Lost as Westeros in Game of Thrones. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to explain to you or tell you what I think is going to be happening or what I want to happen. So, I mean, what I want to happen is essentially going to be at the end, but yeah. So, what I think is going to happen is essentially exactly how he described it. Game of Thrones, but in Themyscira. And instead of fighting for a throne, right, like Queen of Themyscira, you're going to be fighting, or you're, they're going to be fighting for Wonder Woman, the title of Wonder Woman, to the right to leave the island to conquer the lands of men and to do what Wonder Woman does. You know what I'm saying? Represent Themyscira in the way that's supposed to be done, right? And obviously there's a competition. There's there it, in a way it's a game, but to them it's obviously not. So, and in my opinion, uh, it's a good idea. I'm not gonna lie to you. Especially watching the Game of Thrones series from like season 1 through 4. In my opinion, great. I really liked season 1 through 4. 5 was kind of a little bit slow. I'm not sure which one the Battle of the Bastards were in. That was a good battle, but then it was like the Nightwalker battle where it was like all I don't know, like those two battles was like top tier in my opinion. But neither here or there. I think what's going to happen is not everybody that's going to be competing for Wonder Woman is going to be recognizable or memorable other than three characters, maybe four. And I think that's going to be Diana, obviously. It's going to be Nubia and Yara Flor. And if you don't know who Yara Flor is, Yara Flor was created for Future State DC when they decided to essentially make it seem like DC was going to the future, changing certain things up, right? That's where you get Jace Fox Batman, that's Black Batman, and what you call it, Yara Flor's Wonder Woman was no was a part of that. So there's that, and I think I'm not saying that she is. I'm not saying she's more what you call it, like more important. I just think that they're gonna look at her and Donna Troy and be like diversity, inclusion, equality, or however the fuck it is, and then they're just gonna either knock Donna Troy down to the point to where she doesn't compete and she's just there on Themyscira, not competing. I don't know. I don't think she's what you call it. I don't think they're gonna make her important as compared to Diana, Nubia, and Yara Flor. Um, I'm not trying to say it like that, but it's just I with the people that's running these studios and this shit nowadays, you can never just tell. Everything's always about a fucking agenda in one way or another. I mean, if they don't do that, more power to them. I mean, they was able to bring her in Teen Titans. You know what I'm saying? But not that's another not Teen Titans, not Teen Titans, Titans. But that's another discussion. um, I mean, I think Donald Troy will be in it. I don't know if she is going to get the respect she deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because she was created before both Nubia and Yara Flor. So, yeah, I mean, it could go either way. It could go either way for me at this point. But yeah, moving on from that, I think now Steve Trevor. I'm not sure if this is. I mean, okay, if this probably might sound like the story, but at the same time, it's like the origin story. I mean, sorry guys, but at the same time, it might not be. It might just be like Wonder Woman went back home and she went to answer to her mother, and her mother essentially demanded that there'd be a trial for who was rightfully going to be Wonder Woman. So I don't know. I mean, who knows? At that point, it can go anyway. However, that goes. Um, will we see any other DC hero that's not related to Themyscira? I don't know. I don't see Superman flying in there, just out of nowhere. Wouldn't make sense to me whatsoever. Unless she's established before this series comes up. Okay, she's doing things with Superman and other characters. Then it would make sense for these characters to either whether if they drop in or not, like they contact her and they're like, Diana, you all right? You're good. Just so like just so when the people are watching the series, they can say, okay, so that's the same Superman from this movie, or that's the same guy from this Superman movie, or that's the same guy from this Peacemaker show, this, that, and the other. So, I mean, they're gonna do what they do. I mean, I could be 100% wrong about all of this. I'm not gonna keep my hopes up, but I mean, who knows? Who genuinely knows? It really can just go any other way when it comes to that. Now, a lot of people have been fan casting like certain actors for Diana. One of them being the one of the lead actresses from Star Wars Andor. Her name is escaping me at this point, but she plays Andor's ex-lover, or whoever she is to him. And I mean, she looks the part, but can she act the part? You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest concern. I don't really give a fuck about how hot you are, how bad you are. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can you act? And more than can you act? Can you convince the world that you are this person? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying knock it out the park, but can you immerse yourself into this role to the point to where you're convincing me that you are Wonder Woman? That's my question for any actress that is, looking at the script, looking at, you know, the prompts or whatever you want to fucking call it for Wonder Woman. Because it's about time we stop putting these people in roles just for star power, name, or whatever the case may be. No, find the right person to play this character and let it be that. That's really it. I don't you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's sad to see how people putting this shit together, the production team, their creative thinking only goes so far. You know what I'm saying? But in most cases, I got to give these guys props. You know what I'm saying? But uh, you know, there's her, and then there's Anna de Armas, the new chick that's gonna be playing Ballerina in the John Wick spinoff. Um, she's not that tall. And you know what I'm saying? She just doesn't look no, just no. Like, she looks very petite. If you ask me, Zatanna, 100%. Anna de Armas. I don't know what the fuck your name is. I'm sorry. Uh, Zatanna, 100%. And not for nothing, I feel like she probably would have been a better Hawk Girl. Either Kendra Saunders or Shayara Hall, to be honest. I mean, because the way she looks and the way she's structured, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against Isabella Merced, not for nothing. I haven't seen her in the movie, so I'm not really going to diss her that crazy. But I would very much like to see Anna de Armas as Hawk Girl than anything, not Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman is supposed to be tall as shit. Like, she's a motherfucking stallion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just put some short minks into the Wonder Woman costume and think everything gonna be all right. That's no, no, that's not convincing. No, mm-mm. You're not going to convince the theaters in the world that you're knocking down buildings standing at 5'9" or 10. No, not happening. Sorry, baby, not happening. I don't particularly have any cast for anybody, to be honest with you. Like, the only one I had was Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and that's because I believe Nicholas Hoult is an actual good actor who can immerse himself into a role 100%. All he needs is a good script, and let's hope James Gunn gave him that. But I don't have anybody in particular for Diana Prince Wonder Woman. I just don't. I just want somebody who understands who the character is and can immerse himself into that role to the point to where they're convincing everybody that they are this person. They don't have to do it on the level that is Christopher Reeve, but it's like, dude, you know, there's like, okay, you can fit it, but then there's that, yes, you know what I'm saying? Like that was Christopher Reeve, right? That was Linda Carter at one point. Even Gal Gadot. I don't care what y'all say. Everybody wants to say she's a bad actor now, only because they're taking all these new movies, comparing them to the older ones, and nothing's really changing. She has no versatility. There's a difference between doing the same shit and being a bad actor. She's consistent. She stays comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And when you actually get to meet her, she's not necessarily the same person through and through. She's a very giddy person. And when you see her, even as what was her name in Fast and the Furious? Even that bitch, she is nothing like that. But because she sounds the same, this, that, and the third, whatever. Gal Gadot also, she was IDF, I think it was. So there's also that, and with the war going on, yeah, no, she's a bad actor now. So again, that's criminal how the world turned on her like that. I never will. I'm sorry. That's just, no. I'm not saying that's my Wonder Woman, but I am saying it's crazy how the tides turned on her that bad. Uh, no, fake ass fans. Sorry, that's some fake fan shit. Fuck out of here. But moving on. I um, I don't have a pick for that. I don't. So I just want somebody who can come in this role and immerse themselves in it, love it. You know what I'm saying, and sell us on it. That's all I give a fuck about. That's all I care about. And complaining about who should be who is not going to get anybody nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're only just going to confuse the studio on what y'all really want. Because if you just say, oh, you want this and nothing else really matters, then they're gonna run with that. They gonna give you that cast, but now it's a game. They're gonna take you literally because they think you're serious. They think that y'all coming in droves and collectives on this shit, and the whole time, you know, you just want this. You just want this guy or this gal as this character, and I get it. But I'm just saying, be careful. Be fucking careful when y'all come in droves like that on these Hollywood people and y'all say the shit y'all say, and then you wonder why you get the quality you get. That's all I'm saying. Um, Now in terms of what do I want? Uh okay. I want the I want that Game of Thrones vibe James Gunn was talking about. I want to see what he was talking about. I might have said earlier that I didn't want the whole Game of Thrones team on there, and I mean that. I don't want the entirety of House of the Dragon coming over just to do Wonder Woman, and it's just gonna be copy and paste. However, I will say, bring somebody from there into this, just so that way you have that familiarity. And when I mean somebody, I mean a producer or a writer, not just some fucking, you know what I mean, like story art director or whatever. No, bring a fucking writer or a producer, story art director, and all that shit too. But no, none of the, you guys know what the fuck I mean. There's no bullshit. That's all I'm saying. That's really all I want. I don't want no fucking bullshit. I just want good quality, good shit. And I don't want bad writers on this shit. I don't want bad fucking scripts. I don't want nah. I'm good on all that. Alright. I'm about had it. I'm about ready to give up on all this shit because when I was a kid, it was one thing. They gave me what the fuck I wanted. But now it's kind of like I pick and choose what I want because most of this shit is just not that fucking appetizing, not that appealing to me, if you will. So, you know, I kind of, it's not even take what I can get, I take what I want at this point, and it's not much. It's genuinely not much. That's why I'm just hoping Superman is a fucking great movie and it does numbers because I want to see more DC movies thrive, more than just Batman. Respectfully to my boy, you know what I'm saying? That's really all that matters to me. Um, yeah, I think that's really it in terms of Paradise Lost. Again, I don't know when it's coming out. No news, nothing. it's sickening, I know. But yeah, that what as soon as I do, or as soon as we do get news, I'll be the first, one of the first to make a video about it, upload it, hit you with a nice uppercut on the Gotham rooftop. You know what I'm saying? And I got you, baby, no doubt. But I think that's gonna be it. Any support is appreciated, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know I love y'all. My handful of friends, I love y'all niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my dogs. Y'all my dogs. Y'all my Robins. My Robins. Facts. I ain't even gonna lie. Y'all my little minions. Gangster. Ah, shit. I don't know. I'm feeling all right on a fucking Monday. I might give you a third one. I might give you a third one today. I don't know. We shall see. If I do, though, it'll probably be less than 5 minutes. It'll probably be some bullshit. I don't know. I might just yap more about some shit. Yeah, I know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I just like talking about comic book shit, comic book movie shit. You know what I'm saying? It's really just all love for here. And I don't even do it for myself. I do it for anybody else that just, want to listen about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look, you know, it is what it is, and it's not what it's not. You know what I mean? But hey, guys, sun's setting. I'm here. I'm over there. I'm in your mom's house. I mean, all you need to do is just say Don Bigelow, and I'll appear in your window, just like Batman. It- listen, listen. It's all right. Everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. It's all good. Y'all love y'all niggas, man. I'm gonna see y'all in Gotham.